Good evening, folks. Welcome to episode 31 of this vlog series. This is another special edition commute home episode. I am trying to manage my time a little better and not get in an accident while filming this. So I'm trying to manage my time a little bit better, and while keeping busy days at work and busy evenings with hobbies, i.e. jitsu in the evenings and weightlifting in the morning. All of that reserves little time for quality time with the family, and most importantly with the wife. And so something I came up short on yesterday and didn't have time and wasn't able to get around to recording an episode. So this is a good learning lesson on managing my time, and hey, this using the commute here and back, I can set it up hands free. I can keep my eyes on the road and still talk, because it's just the same as if I were taking a phone call or listening to a podcast or all that sort of thing. So I don't have a specific topic for today. I guess there's just a couple things maybe on the tip of my mind, or a couple things I'm relatively excited about. And I guess first things first, just kind of on a business note, I would have to say I'm pretty optimistic when it comes to DMC. That's our family business when it comes to the operations in that realm. So we're a small business, and we very much experience the fluctuations that come along with that. The frequent turnover of staff, the feast or famine nature of earning business from our clients. So those two elements alone keep us on our toes and cause a very dynamic scenario in regards to trying to keep the operation, moving forward, and, keeping us gainfully employed. And so it's definitely not an individual effort. I mean, what's awesome about where we've gotten to, and I think I actually mentioned this the other night when I did a little recap of our team event, but what's pretty cool about where we've gotten to now is we have been fortunate enough to work along to attract and retain, through pure dumb luck, I'm sure, but some pretty awesome people from the back office staff that keeps the administrative side turning, to our leadership team that keeps the operations flowing in the field, allowing us to get jobs done, and all the way to the frontline field staff. And we got a biker in the bike lane, not slowing down, risking his life. Oh no, turn on red. So anyways, we're super fortunate to have a great team, which makes it no longer kind of a Herculean effort to try and drive it forward every morning, in the realm of, man, I can remember back to the first few weeks or months a few years ago, and it's not that long ago. I mean, it feels like just yesterday, of when we first went into business together. I was working with the Air Force full time. We had talked about it for a good long time and come to the conclusion, hey, yeah, I'll come home and work with you, big bro. Let's go into business together. Let's make this thing happen. Let's take it to a new level. And that October, I was going to be officially back in November, and around September, October, he sent out an email to a few of his clients, just a little notice. Hey guys, Josh is coming on board. That means we're going to have a little extra capacity, XYZ. And I think he said up to that point, that was like the first type of email like that he had sent out, just sort of to drum up a little bit of business. And he was shocked, he being my brother, was shocked at the amount of business that came flooding in. Just this one simple little email, kind of a newsletter type format, just an update on, hey guys, here's what's going on. He said he got all kinds of work in. The only thing is it was like another month until I was going to be actually back on board. And so the whole month I was in New Zealand at the time. I'm sitting there in New Zealand in a 5-star hotel on a golf course with doing my final Air Force trip, going out on the town, doing hikes in the mountains, doing these cave walks, and it's kind of like a upstream cave walk with this rapid river coming at you. It was a super cool thing. So anyways, I'm doing all this bungee jumping, mountain biking, all kinds of crazy stuff. And meanwhile, Vic and the team are just getting smoked while I was out for a month. And so anyhow, I finally come back, and I remember these days where, I mean, we were just keeping our heads above water, and we were trying to always make sure that we had something on the calendar for the next day, for the team that we had at the time. Just something on the calendar. And there would be days, and this is shocking and amazing to me, there would be days where, guys were coming in and we straight up had not figured out what the plan for the day was going to be. Now, up to this, current day, we're scheduling weeks, if not, a month out. We've got a long range whiteboard going with jobs on the schedule, and not just, some job, but 3 to 4 crews worth of jobs out on the whiteboard. So we're projecting out, well in advance. We're getting deposits for these jobs in advance. So we're no longer getting the, hey, we want you to do this, carve out some time. And then when it's week of, it's like, actually, we don't want you to do it. Go ahead and take us off the schedule. So to think that where we are now in that level to where we were, which is literally, there would be days where we'd be walking in or waking up early, maybe an hour before, and I'm combing through my email going, okay, what are we going to put on the schedule to keep a crew busy for today? So pretty cool to where we're at. And kind of with that business update, I guess I'm feeling optimistic because on both of those fronts, right? Usually the two limiting factors or the competing factors are either our staffing levels or the amount of work we have. So, and I joke, and it's funny that, it's Murphy's Law. Whenever we have enough staff, we don't have enough work, so we got to hustle to keep all the guys busy. And then whenever we have plenty of work, well, we don't have enough staff, so we got to spread ourselves really thin and rush to go hire more people. So we've yo-yoed back and forth between that over the last couple months, and right now we're in a place where we probably need a little bit more staff, but then right around the corner is going to be waiting a work shortfall. So what's exciting is on both fronts we've been making an effort and finding some success. So on the hiring front, reviewed a candidate last week and just interviewed over the phone a candidate this week, and optimistic about that particular candidate. And then one of our guys who's been on extended leave should be coming back here anytime soon. So I always get this feeling that, hey, things are going to come together one way or another. and they always seem to, with a little bit of exertion to push it across the what would be the first down. What would that be? To push it across the yard line to get us a first down. It just seems like it always works out. So I'm excited about hopefully picking up some more fellas to work with us. And then on the work front, we're just getting slammed, and we're getting requests from every which direction of people. We've just stayed in the game. We've just stayed in the fight. Continuing to just let people know, hey, we're here. This is the service we provide. and trying to stay on the front of people's minds. And by doing that, again, if you do it often enough, if you beat that drum often enough, we've found that recently, ahead of one of the ideal clients, so we're kind of a business to business operation, so ahead of one of the businesses that is like an ideal client for us, said, hey, let's give it a shot, let's do a small job with you guys. And she was pleased with how it went, so boom, she passed our name around the rest of the office. And now from 2 of her colleagues, I'm getting all kinds of requests from them. So you never know when doing a good job, doing a small good job here just leads to another one, to another one, to another one. So yeah, we're staying in the game, and there's an interesting battle rhythm to it too, in the realm of, hey, some days where I'm in the field, we're pulling long days, my phone's blowing up, all kinds of crazy stuff. And then there's some days where I'm going, okay, the machine is working the way it's supposed to, things are operating smoothly, everything's accounted for, T's are crossed and I's are dotted, and now I got some white space in my calendar. What's a priority? What's something I can fill that white space with to, again, continue to be a value add? I crack up when people say that, but this just felt like a moment. This feels like a moment to say that's really where the game is at. And what I'm trying to do is just, hey, I'm constantly trying to be a value add to our team. You never want to be dead weight. So yeah, man, it's cool. And one other potentially fun thing that's on the docket, again, we're talking just straight business wise, is a deck building online course. It's a paid online kind of master class that Vic just found and forwarded over to us, and I got pretty excited about it. I thought, man, that's pretty cool. Let me take this course and learn this stuff, and continue to sharpen my skills. And just having one of those moments like, hey, the whatever capacity I have, the greater capacity that I have, the more skills that I'm able to open my eyes up to, and all that is adding that capacity to the rest of the team as well. So, and it kind of carries over to just another note for today. Today was Wednesday Jiu-Jitsu. I teach the beginners class at Ivan Salivary MMA. It's been maybe a month or so, or a couple of months. Man, it hasn't felt like that long. Like each week it feels like my first or second week, but I'm starting to get into a rhythm, and it was pretty cool today because I had a lot of return customers, and the class was a little bit bigger, and I went through the trouble of trying to kind of prepare in advance and go over some techniques ahead of time to make sure I had I had at least some ammunition for a lesson plan. And for the first time, I actually felt like we were able to get through a bunch of material, pretty in-depth technique, and it just seemed like everyone was learning. We were pushing the envelope a little bit for a beginner's class. And I think what's pretty cool about participating in that is kind of relating it back to business, is it's just another aha moment of, oh yeah, like whatever attributes, because so I guess the point that I'm getting at is, all I did to go put together the lesson plan was watch one of the best guys out there, and I've probably talked about him on the channel before, but John Danaher is a world-class jiu-jitsu coach, and he has many instructionals online, and I purchased one a couple months back, and have been slowly but surely working my way through it. And what I will do many times for this class is just watch a portion of it and then go ahead and teach that portion. So it just feels like it relates back to the trade work we do, which is, hey, if we've got some customer need, well, in order to engineer that skill set into our company, all either myself or a member of our management team needs to do is go out, learn those skills, pick up those attributes, and then bring it back to the team and train other people on it, and boom, we're off to the races. So yeah, pretty solid day, and wanted to get some of it down on tape again before heading home. And so that being said, hey, this was episode 31, a special edition, a car talk episode. And I guess before signing off, the other theme of the day is starting to contemplate, okay, how to increase my income. So this has been an ongoing conversation. Again, I don't feel like I'm what would the term be? Wanting for anything in the realm of I'm not hungry. I have no basic needs that aren't being met. Any of those things. But now that I'm not just responsible for myself, but I'm also responsible for a loved one, a beautiful wife, I have to take into consideration, hey, I have to put us in the most secure position possible to be safe and secure through, whatever, life brings our way, whether that's financial, hardships or anything else that might come to pass in the life of a young married couple. And so part of that is just being as productive as possible and earning, as high of an income as I possibly can. So the last couple months, and it was the inception of this vlog project, was to just document the journey as I move forward, right? Whether it's in business, life, athletics, to just document as I go, and also kind of think out loud or use this as a medium to start to contemplate, okay, how am I going to be a more productive member of society and put myself in a position to earn, a higher income, more, and be able to gather more resources, collect more, plant more seeds, so that eventually my lady and I will have many trees that will have grown around us that we can take shade under in good and bad times. So I guess that's been kind of the theme of the last couple of months, and it definitely became relevant today, and just contemplating the question of, hey, should I be doing more of this type of thing, social media, networking with people, interacting online, that sort of thing? Should I be putting my nose to the grindstone with DMC, with the business, and be working at all waking hours to push that ball forward and make moves and create new opportunities within that? Or should I be working side gigs and side hustles? Should I be moonlighting and doing residential dump runs on the weekends, or moonlighting carpentry projects for residential people in the evenings and on the weekends and stuff like that? So any and everything is on the table, but I think what it'll come down to is at this point, what I've learned is that not to operate, what I've learned in the last 24, 48 hours is not to operate solo and just try and figure all this out. This is a team effort, and so this will be one to kind of go over with my lady and figure out what the next move is, what the next step is, what's a palatable route for both of us. So that's the question of the day. That's what I'm contemplating. And yeah, other than that, life is good, business is good, health and fitness and jiu-jitsu and sports, all that's good. So hope you all are doing the same. Hope you're having a productive summer and enjoying the loved ones around you and all of that. So with that, I will let you all go, and I will hope to see you all tomorrow. Take it easy.